Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll be covering how to navigate Labster's Direct Access Platform Course Manager. Here's a quick overview of everything we'll cover in this video. We'll go over the Labster onboarding process and demonstrate how simulations are uploaded in Labster's Course Manager. At the end, we'll review Labster support and best practices. Once your institution has purchased access to Labster, your implementation specialist will enroll all teachers in Course Manager via their email addresses. Once teachers receive their activation email, they will be prompted to set up a Labster account by creating a password. Labster's training materials are available to help faculty understand how to best access and use the platform. Now I will demo how to add simulations within Labster's Course Manager. Here's what the homepage of Labster's Course Manager looks like. You can see you can create a course right here by clicking on the Create a Course button. Next, you will select on the license that's associated with your institution, and then you'll be prompted to name your course. Once you finish naming your course, you can end off by clicking on the Create Course button. For the purpose of this video, I will be demoing an already created course, which is Labster's Biology course. If you click to open the course, you will see the menu including the Content tab and the Students tab. The Students tab is where you will see all of your students that have enrolled in your course. To invite students to your course, you can click on the Add Students button. Here, there are 3 separate ways that you can add students to your course. First, you can do so by sharing a link to your class. If you click down here under the link settings, you are also able to set an expiration date for your class link, a student limit, as well as email domains that are allowed. To share this link with students, you can simply copy the invite link and send it to all of the students that would need access to your course. We also recommend copying and sharing the course code at the same time when you share your course invite link with your students. Another way to invite students is to upload a CSV file of all of their email addresses. You can select on Choose File to upload your student list file. And the last way to add students is to enter their student email addresses manually. Here you can enter all of your student email addresses. Just ensure that each email address is separated by a new line, a comma, or a semicolon. After students are invited to your course, they will show up here under your students roster lists. As you can see, all these students are active in this course, and you are also able to see their last login here. If they have not yet activated their Labster account and joined your course, their status will not show up as active and instead will show up as invited. And if for any reason you need to remove any student from your course, you can simply click on the 3 dots here to the right and select on Remove. Next, we have our Content tab. This is where all of the simulations and assignments for your course will live. Here you can see all of the unpublished and published simulations. All of the published simulations are available to students, and the unpublished ones cannot be seen by students. To add a simulation to your course, you can click on the Add Content button. Here, you will be able to browse through our course packages to find a curated list of learning content based on the course that you are teaching. You can filter courses by disciplines, education levels, or simply scroll through to find the relevant course. Each of our curated course packages features a description and learning outcomes, and then a series of units, each with its own recommended simulations and learning progression. Similar to course packages, Collections offer a simpler curated list of relevant simulations related to a particular topic or theme, although not with a full course outline. You can also use the search bar in the upper right corner to search for content by keyword, subject, or simulation title. In search, you can see there are several different ways to filter through the many simulations that Labster offers. Over to the left navigation panel, you can also filter by content type, subject, education level, language, device it's available on, duration, and whether the simulation is available in accessibility mode. To explore a simulation further, you can click on the name of the simulation. Here you will find the learning objectives and key information about the simulation. Each simulation will come with its own lab manual, read theory page, lab report template, as well as a copy of the quiz questions both answered and unanswered. These are the questions that students are asked throughout the duration of the simulation. You can watch a screen recording of the simulation being completed by clicking on the play button in the center screen. Or if you would like to play the simulation for yourself, you can do so by clicking on the simulation play button in the upper right corner. If you scroll down a little further, you'll see the simulation features, which includes the length of the simulation, whether it's available in accessibility mode, along with the different languages the simulation is available in. You'll also see the About section, which will give you the full simulation description. You can view the lab techniques, as well as the related standards that the simulation covers. And further down towards the bottom of the page, you'll see a few screen grabs of what the students will see as they complete the simulation. If this is a simulation that you would like to add into your course, you can do so by clicking the Add Simulation button. Next, you'll be able to review the content that you would like to add into your course, and once ready, you can click on the Add Content button, and the simulation will automatically be added into your course. Once a simulation has been added from our catalog, you can go back into your course content page and you will see that the simulation has been added to your course, but not yet published. Here you can publish the simulation to make it available for students to begin playing, or you can also schedule it to be published on a certain date. If you schedule it for a day in the future, it will automatically publish the simulation on that scheduled date. You can also set the number of attempts that students have to complete the simulation. It automatically defaults to an unlimited number of attempts. However, you can change that by clicking on the Add button here and setting your desired number of attempts. You can also apply that same number to all of your other simulations in your course. Once you have your desired number, you can click on Apply, and the number of attempts will be updated to all of your simulations. If for any reason you would like to remove a simulation, you can click on the three dots here and then select on Remove. We know that some courses contain a lot of content, so we've made it easier for you to organize the courses into units. You can add units from our catalog, or you can go to the top right corner of your course content page, click on the three dots, and then select Add Empty Unit. From there, you can rename your unit, remove your unit, or simply begin adding simulations from our catalog. Labster now offers a customization option for the quiz questions found in every simulation. To customize the simulation quiz questions to fit you or your students' needs, simply click on a simulation in your course, select Edit Quiz, and then click on Create New Quiz. Here you are essentially creating a custom version of the simulation with your quiz question edits. Begin by naming your quiz, find the questions you want to edit, make your changes, and then click Save and Close. You can also add, remove, or reset quiz questions to their original form. Once you finish creating your customized quiz, You can continue to edit to make any other changes, apply the customized quiz to the simulation, or even copy the customized quiz to the same simulation in your other courses. To view student grades, begin by selecting on the Grades tab in your course navigation page. Here, you will be able to view the grades in either a per simulation or per student view. For per simulation grades, all of your published simulations will appear here in the drop-down menu. Select on a simulation, and all of your students will populate here in this middle section. You will be able to see the progress they've made on that simulation, the score they received, and the date and time they completed the simulation. If you click on any of your students' names, you will also be able to see how many attempts they took on the simulation, the time they spent, the score they received, and whether it has been graded or not. And if you click on this arrow pointing to the right, you will be able to see how many times it took the student to answer each quiz question correctly. Also, in the per simulation view, in the top right corner, you can click on Export Grades, and here you will be able to select your file format and have the grades sent by email or download them in your selected file format. Next, in the Per Student view, all of your students' names will appear here in the drop-down menu. Select on a student, and all of the simulations assigned to them in your course will populate in the middle section. And once again, you will be able to see the progress, score, and the day they completed the simulation. Throughout your time with using Labster, you will have access to some many great resources. On the bottom left corner of your Course Manager page, you will see some useful tools. The first is our Instructor Resources tab, which will bring you directly to our Educator's Guide to Labster. This is a great resource for instructors, especially those who will be using Labster for the first time. Here you can read teaching materials and articles in which you can review before beginning to use Labster in your course. Next is our Help Center tab. Instructors and students can click on this tab, which will take them directly to our Labster Help Center page. You can search by keyword or browse through our many support articles in case you or your students run into any issues. And last is the Student Resources tab. Please note that this won't appear in most instructors' navigation menus, as it will only show up for students when they log in to their Labster account. This will bring them directly to the Student's Guide to Labster, which is very similar to the Educator's Guide. This will be a great resource to share with students before they begin using Labster in your course. Here they will find an overview of what to expect and some tips and tricks to make sure that Labster runs as smoothly as possible for them. And last but not least is our support chat icon, which can be found in the bottom right corner of pretty much every Labster page. This is a great resource, especially for students to use when they are completing simulations outside of instructors' availability. Here they can select on the Home button to once again search through some support articles, or they can select on the Messages button, where they can click on Contact Support and immediately begin chatting with one of our support teammates. Here we usually have an under 4-minute response time. Students can chat with a member of our support team if they run into any technical difficulties while completing simulations. Now we will go over Labster's best practices. We recommend that students use a laptop, desktop, Chromebook, or iPad. Our supported web browsers are Google Chrome and Firefox. Safari and other web browsers will not support playing Labster simulations. We recommend that students close out all other tabs and websites while they're playing simulations. They should also stay in the simulation loading page and wait until the simulation loads to 100% and not click away from the simulation loading page. We also recommend that your IT team whitelist any emails from @labster.com so that students will be able to receive their activation emails along with any other emails if they contacted our support team. Here's a list of all of our support and resources that I touched upon earlier. Our live chat support is available throughout the week and typically has an under 4-minute response time. We recommend accessing our Help Center and reaching out to our support team using the blue intercom chat icon. We also have our Community Campus page. This is a teacher forum and network where teachers can communicate, ask questions, and give feedback on Labster. And last but not least, we have the Educator's Guide to Labster, which I mentioned earlier. It covers everything from technical setup to an overview of the features of Labster and has several links to additional Labster resources. If at any time you have any questions, concerns, or need any assistance, you can always reach out to our customer support team via email at customer.support@labster.com. And as always, if you need any tips, best practices, or want to see how other instructors are using Labster, you can always reach out to your dedicated customer success manager. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Happy teaching!